Hi guys, my name is Emily D. Simone, and I am here with Jake Hensinger, Danny Donnelly, and Dax Richardson for the film Meatloaf and Pie. Guys, how you doing today?
Doing good.
Well,
Pretty good.
I'm doing well, thank you. So guys, now that we've finally gotten to get this thing rolling, are you able to let our live viewers know a little bit about the film and your parts in the film? Jake, do you want to start?
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the film is just I think it's hard to tell you exactly what it is without giving it away, but it's a good mishmash of a lot of cool stylized cinematic elements that I've seen growing up, and it's just a good story about conflict, and I think a lot of people will enjoy it. And but also, I am the director, co-wrote it, and I also am in the film. So yeah.
And Danny, can you talk a bit about your role in the film?
Yeah, I was the cinematographer on the film, and also the editor. Yeah. No, it's a very stylized film. Also, I can say a little bit of gritty with a little undertone of it's hard to say. I know it's hard because I don't want to give anything away as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just say it was a lot of fun to shoot. And I had a ball editing the film as well. So yeah.
And Dax, last but not least.
Yes, I play the active chasing this guy for very long. And this is a version of a bigger story. So this is the main character's view of his character in a larger story.
So guys, I must say I watched this film. I thought it was actually really funny and so like different than like what I was personally expecting, and it made me laugh. It had me like surprised and I was laughing like the whole time. So Jake, you said that you were writing this. What inspired you to write this?
So as Dax was saying, actually this basically Dax had a way broader, more in-depth, kind of ambitious idea for a feature film that he had talked to us about, and it's a really good idea. And basically, we just kind of isolated a conflict to like a diner scene. Basically, that's kind of like what we did. We kind of just tried to basically make a short film out of like basically what would probably be maybe a scene in the feature, but still it kind of took a different turn. It's a little different than I think what Dax is probably planning long term in terms of like the feature. But so basically, when we talked to Dax, we thought maybe we could, isolate the setting and, kind of have a cool restaurant conflict where basically all these different things just kind of happen. And I think it's just maybe sophomore humor on my part. I don't know. I mean, my pops just, it's just kind of, Danny, you guys know us.
Yeah.
I mean, it just made sense. So, and my father's always.
It made a good laugh.
Yeah.
I almost gave it away, but yeah, no, yeah. It was a ball, man. It was just I had a great time, and everybody brought their A game. Dax was phenomenal. Danny, man, I mean, I swear to, I mean, I've directed Danny in front of as an actor, and then having him shoot, man, he's just as good of a shooter as he's an actor. He's a great actor. So. Then Sophia she brought so much to the character. It was just I couldn't ask for more with everybody. It was just such a fun experience. Probably maybe the most fun I've had, I think, shooting. I mean, the arrangement was a lot of fun, but this was just such a ball, man, to shoot. So.
Yeah, it's definitely like an intimate film to make. Definitely intimate in some scenes, very intimate. But it was a lot of fun. Like everyone was so down to earth. Like all the people we work with a lot all the time. So anytime we get together, it's kind of just like a family reunion, and then we make a film. It's just like, yeah, we have a ball. So.
Yeah, you say intimate, and I was like, "There's no way they're gonna show us." And then you showed us, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And it was so funny, and I really enjoyed it. So, can you guys tell me how you all came together, came to know each other for the film?
Oh man, we all go way back.
Yeah. Well, I got in. Well, my father's been acting for like 15, like last decade and a half or so. He kind of got into the game, and through that, he met Danny Donnelly, and then I started, writing films. I'd always been into films, as a kid. And then, I met Danny, and I said, we just we met. I met Danny, and we started collaborating a lot. Danny was in my first short film, and then on through the arrangement, and then through Danny, I think actually Danny and Amy during a table read, we met Dax, and yeah, and from there on out, we just continuing to work together.
I apologize. I just
Dax
the Dax froze the way he froze. I was looking at you, and then I looked down at Dax. Poor Dax. It's okay. He'll get to watch
smiling.
He'll get to watch this later. But so, how was filming this? Like, you guys filmed this recently, or yeah. So, did you have any COVID problems, COVID restrictions with filming?
Not really. I mean, I think we got over the hump. I think in terms of like I think from like 2018, 19 through 2020, and probably even through 2021. I mean, it was so strict with filmmaking, in terms of restrictions and negative COVID tests, vaccinations. At this point, I mean, everybody. I think it was it's pretty safe shoot. Not a whole lot of people. We kept it cool.
Good. Dax coming in and out. I was gonna say that's still of him right there smiling was gonna have to be his new profile picture.
I know.
Can you guys tell me a little bit about? So, is this your first time with the Garden State Film Festival?
Actually, the arrangement played at the Garden State Film Festival. I think 2 years ago, or maybe last year.
Yeah, I think it was just right after we were just starting to have in-person screenings again. So the arrangement had an in-person structured screening kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Right when restrictions started to lax a little bit.
It's great to have you guys back. Then that's awesome. So, how did you originally find the Garden State Film Festival?
Well, my father, he had told me about it. I had seen things about it. I had seen some work advertised from filmmakers and friends on Facebook and other things, and then I know, I had heard about it, and I just saw some good work there, and we decided to submit it, and they were gracious enough, they accepted the arrangement, and it was great, and I think it's just nice to have a good relationship with them, and I'm glad they enjoyed the film.
No, I mean, congratulations on being accepted. I think the Garden State Film Festival is a great networking opportunity for all of the filmmakers and all of the actors. So, like that, what do you want your audience members to get out of Meatloaf and Pie?
Oh man,
I want them to remember it. I want them to remember it for one.
It'll be hard to forget.
I don't think they will, and I just want them to have a ball and remember it, and just enjoy the film, and because this is probably the film it was just a lot of fun. Like I said, I feel like it wasn't quite a statement film as sometimes Danny, we can kind of nod or no strings, this was definitely more of an homage to cooler ideas and different things,
I think definitely I was going to say, I think it's just definitely a film. We've done a couple of these already, where it's not like we're trying to have a film that we want to make a huge statement or it's very deep. It's I mean, there's some layers there, but it's more of just it's sit back, be entertained, and enjoy the moments that happen. Just be in it with everyone. So I think the audience, I can't wait to have it in front of an audience. I mean, it's the different thing between film and theater. Theater, you get the immediate reaction, and then with film, it's you have to wait for the audience, and and hopefully they get all the stuff that we give them.
Now that we have Dax for a moment, did we lose Dax again? oh, Dax, are you there?
No.
Can you hear us?
I think so. Can you hear me?
I'm sorry, you're going through what you're going through. in and out, unfortunately. But don't worry, you look great, and you're rocking a great sweater for all our live viewers.
1000%.
Since we have you for like a moment, it seems like, do you want to talk a bit about maybe your experience with acting, if it can hopefully get through?
If you can hear me, yeah, I don't mind.
Give it a shot.
Is it good?
It's
We're good?
it's there. Yeah, give it a shot.
Danny, like, it's still breaking up?
A little bit. But no, now you're okay. So just give us a bit about your acting history in like 2 minutes if you can. You give us a good like 60 seconds on your experience.
All right.
See if it goes through.
Okay. Yeah, me and Danny met in like 2011 in an acting class. And we've both been bouncing ideas off of each other. Pretty much a lot of the stuff that I've been doing in the last few years has been with him and people that I've met through him. So I met the Hunsikers through Danny, and working with Amy, all the different people we've been working with the last few years has all been through me and Danny's connection. So, yeah, this was an idea I came up with like 5 years ago, and I keep having trouble with plot holes in the script. So I think Andrew decided he was going to make his own version of his character, and it is a culmination of that, and it became Meatloaf and Pie.
That's fantastic. It's so good to get to see you and hear you talking. It looks like the connection's working. So.
Oh, sorry.
But so I guess for you guys, do you have any advice for, any filmmakers and actors and cinematographers that are just starting out?
I would say
keep working.
Just write everything down. Write everything down and revisit those ideas, because I feel like a lot of times people don't write enough stuff down. I think George Carlin said write everything down. So yeah, a lot of good ideas go by the wayside because you maybe forget about it, and it's like, dude, you never revisit it.
Yeah. I would say in terms of like I started out as an actor, and then got behind the camera because I wanted to create my own work. And I think that's a big thing, especially nowadays. We have so much access to, even your phone can shoot 4K and like shoot some pretty good stuff. So I mean, like, you really shouldn't wait. I think don't wait for the opportunity, create the opportunity, especially as an actor. And so you get out, shoot something with your friends on a weekend. It could be like a minute long, 2 minutes, have fun. And, I think try to do everything. Try to get your hands in everything. Pick up a camera, learn to edit. You can use iMovie or something simple. And that infuses all the other art forms within filmmaking. So if you edit, you'll be a better director. If you're a director, you can be a better actor. Do everything, and it will just culminate in you becoming an all-around filmmaker. So,
Dax, do you have anything you want to let people know, that are just starting out with acting?
Yeah, teach you how to act for school and do theater.
Do theater.
So with everything that you guys did with this film, so Jake, I know that you directed and you wrote, and Danny, I know that you have done like cinematography and editing with this film, and you've done some acting. Like, what would you say to each of you is your personal favorite thing to do, whether it was with this film or just as a thing in general?
For me, it probably always comes back to writing, just because I feel like that's like where you really just like, it's everything, I think Hitchcock said the script, that's the most important thing. So probably writing, even though this is my first time really, like, I've done some, background stuff in my films. I've done some, cameos, but this is the first time I really, really acted with, some really good actors here. My father, who gave a very great performance, Dax and Sophia and Glenn Mack now. So I go back to writing and directing, but acting it's awesome, man. So it was a good experience.
And Danny, what about you?
My favorite is acting. It's the first thing I fell in love with, and that's how I started out in this career. And yeah, I mean, I love theater and film. Probably theater a little bit more as an actor, just because, like I said, live audience and being in front of an audience is there's nothing like it. Yeah, but acting and then directing and editing I also love. And I guess I've always seen like the whole picture even as an actor, and I just was like, oh, I want to do it all. So having the opportunity to work with and collaborate with a lot of other people, because I feel like acting, you're kind of like you're collaborating, but you're also like your own like last moment, you're like your own bubble on a film set almost, where the whole crew and everyone's working together. So I think as a director, you get to be more hands on with everyone and everything. So I really enjoy that as well. But I think acting is my first love. So
That's fantastic. So, and guys, I know Dax, you are like the front and center man of this film. So everybody's going to get to see, you on this. Jake, you were in the film. Everyone's going to get to see you in this. So I am so excited for everybody to get to see Meatloaf and Pie and love it just as much as I did. And guys, you get to see Meatloaf and Pie at the showroom on Saturday, March 25th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Guys, I hope you have a great rest of your day. I know that for Dax, this was a bit of a weird start of the day with the internet connection, but it can only go up from here. So guys, again, thank you so much. And I can't wait to see you there.
all right, we'll see you there.
Can't wait. See you guys. Thank you.
See you guys. Hope you all enjoy it.
Bye-bye.